Welcome to the Spirit of Do.
Welcome, dear listeners, and gratitude for tuning into another edition of The Spirit of Do, a bi-weekly show exclusive to Radio East River, airing Mondays and Fridays at 10 a.m. South African Standard Time, with me, David John Wayne Bailey, your host and guide, as we embark upon a journey to bridge the gap between thought and action. The definition of faith is complete trust or confidence in someone or something. So, because of the community and the environment a lot of us was raised in, we immediately attribute faith to religion. So, faith in a higher power, faith in a God, and we see it as something that can only be used in a religious context or in a religious environment. So, your church, when you're being prayerful, wherever you are serving. But faith is so much more than that. In the strictest definition of the word, it's to believe in or hope for something that is not yet in existence. It's something that you have to believe so fervently that your belief actually makes it real. So it's a product of you converting your thoughts, your mindset, something that's intangible, into something that is tangible. So I mean, you'd hear some crazy stories, and I'm sure plenty of you have stories to share as well of someone that believes something so intently that they cured themselves of an incurable disease. Or someone that believes something so intently that they almost quite literally dreamed their dream house into existence, or their dream job into existence, or a child that they couldn't have for so long, and they literally just imagine this child into existence. So for me, a personal story that I could share is that when I left my job in 2020, I had all these plans, I had things that I was gonna do, and then lockdown happened and all those plans fell flat. I had to live off my savings to support my wife and my daughter for that 2, 3 months until I was finally able to secure a paying job. And I was at that job, and that job yielded funds for us to sustain ourselves. But 2 months in, I found again that, you know what, it's not really something I want to do, and it's taking up way too much of my time, even though it was a remote working position and I was able to do it to the comfort of where I was living. But leaving the job also during that 3 month period, I didn't just sit my initial job. I didn't just sit and wait for something to happen. I used some of my savings and I studied for my TEFL qualification, because I decided to have faith and put that faith in myself. And I attained my TEFL qualification in almost half the time that it would have taken to normally achieve it, because that's how much belief I had in myself, and that's how motivated I was to get it done. And then while I was at the next job I sourced for myself, I thought, you know what, I don't understand myself as well as I would. I'm 37 years old. I'm turning 38 this year, and I thought to myself, I still don't know myself. And I'd love for a way to get to know myself, because I've always wanted to teach. I've always wanted to share my knowledge. I've always wanted people to better themselves. That's always been my thing. Go do the thing that you're passionate about, because your bliss will lead you to where you actually want to be, instead of fooling yourself and tricking yourself into doing the things that you're currently doing. There's not yielding any joy just because society and your parents have told you this is the thing that you must do. And I discovered NLP, neuro linguistic programming, and I studied NLP then also. I took up the course, and I qualified as an NLP practitioner. It taught me a lot about the brain, the inner workings of the mind, limiting beliefs. What we thought we know was all a lie, and it was conditioning to actually make us into individuals for pre-selected purpose, and not the purpose that was initially or our intention. So over the last few weeks, last few months, I've been reprogramming my thinking, reprogramming my brain. I have applied that faith to myself once again to believe that the person I was not necessarily the person I am, and doesn't have to do it doesn't have anything, it doesn't have to have anything to do with the person I am becoming. And that faith continued, and looking back on 2020, it was a hard year for everybody for various reasons. I'm glad that even though I haven't done my first TEFL job yet, because that's something that they don't tell you. You've got the skills, you've got the abilities, but finding the work is another chapter and another battle, another challenge entirely. So even though I haven't landed my first TEFL job yet, I'm glad for what I learned there, because I took that leap of faith. I believed in myself, and it equipped me with knowledge that I could apply to my day-to-day life. Same with the NLP. Um, I've started a bit of practice recently, and again, interacting with individuals and having the best intention in mind or at heart is really a great way and a great foundation to build on. And I've had fun and I've had success with that, and I've even been NLPing myself, which has proven quite invaluable and shown me things. I've been able to hold a mirror up to myself to test the things that I thought were true and that I thought was a part of me. And I've been able to steadily unlearn the things that have been detrimental to myself, and it has lifted such a weight off my shoulder, because when you take the opportunity and the chance to have faith in yourself and not place it in an external factor, you immediately take responsibility and onus of the action and the moves you have to make to get you to the goals and the milestones you want to reach. And that is a liberating feeling. You don't have to wish that you were older, by the time I reach 25, I'm going to be this, I'm going to do this. You know what? By the time 30, 37, 38, I'm going to have a family, I'm going to have my own house, I'm going to have a car, I'm going to have a great job. By the time why not do it now? Why not start it now? Why not live it now? Why not believe in yourself? Why not have that faith in yourself? Quote of the day. At some point, you have to stop reading and start doing. Attributed to Rushka Tomar. Gratitude for tuning into this week's edition of The Spirit of Do. With me, your host and guide, David John Wayne Bailey on Radio Yesterday. I look forward to spending some quality time with you again this coming Monday at 10 a.m. South African Standard Time. Oh, and I'd love to hear your thoughts on the show. So feel free to reach out to me via email, david@davidjohnwaynebailey.com, or Twitter and Instagram at davbay83. Till then, keep doing what you're passionate about. Love and inner peace.